Happy New Year, everybody! Now, I know it's been almost a week after New Year's Day, but nonetheless, it is the new year and the beginning of season 2. Now, I am super excited for this season because, it's a big change for the EF show here. In this upcoming season, there's going to be so many new things that we're trying out and going to be adding and going through new schedules. And that's basically what this episode is for, is to go over all of that and what's going to be going on, just give you a perspective on what the rest of it's the winter season, so that's our season 2 is till the end of winter, and really to see between now and then what is going to be going on and what to expect. Now, this episode is the trailer, so it's not a official episode of season 2. It's our just trailer episode, and so yeah, we're gonna have some announcements and some changes that are gonna be going on. So after this quick tiny break, we are going to be diving into what those announcements are. So you may notice that this episode is coming out on a Monday, and that's not our new posting day. That is just I picked a date randomly like a month ago, and it just happened to be a Monday, and so it's definitely not our normal. It's our Monday Friday schedule from last year, but in last season, but it just happened to be a Monday really. So it's not a Monday every week experience that you should expect. So our first announcement is on that topic of when the season 2 episodes are going to be, and our new posting schedule will be a weekly episode, so it's a single episode posted on Friday. And so last season I went through and tested different days of the week posting. Then we got that Monday Friday posting, so you can get the beginning of the week, and then over the weekend you can listen to a podcast, and so it was nice timing. Well, with this season, I am limiting it to one episode because it was really hard with my schedule anyways, and just getting stuff put together and a good quality podcast with information and details and things. It was hard to keep that, so the time intervals were very different. So our goal is for this season to have a longer episode on Fridays. We had ones that are 30 to 40 minutes last season, but this season we're going to be looking at ones that are 45 minutes and longer, probably to about an hour. So you might get a few 30-minute episodes in between, but it'll be most likely 45 minutes to an hour-long episode each Friday. And with this new episode that is longer, we're going to be working a new layout of segmented parts, so we can focus on different topics over the course of one episode. And that's going to let us, let's just say we're talking about high precipitation thunderstorms, that we could do that for 15 or 30 minutes, and then we could just segment it so there will be breaks in between it. So if you just want to listen to one part of it, you can see the layout in our show notes of where that's at, and you can go and just listen to that part. So it'll be much easier to work our podcast and see what types of things you want to listen to. Or if you just want to listen to the whole thing, you'll get a variety of details and statistics and many other things that are around the topic that we're going to be discussing that week. I'm also thinking about adding a kind of a this week in weather segment at the end of each podcast, and that will allow us to see what's going on right now, and talk about that aside from our topic that we are focusing on that week. And there will be a few episodes on another day of a week that will be posted sometimes, but that is not a regular schedule, so just expect the Friday to be posted each week. If there are any changes, I will be announcing those via Twitter, and that link is in the description, so you can go there and follow it and make sure you have the updates on for it, so when something is posted about a change in episode timing or days, you will be able to know about that. So our second announcement is that our show, the EF show, will soon be making a forecast for the whole country. So I've been looking at some of the forecasting apps and things. A great one is Pivotal Weather, and it has essentially all the National Weather Service's information laid out on an easier to work website, so you don't have to go through an entire website to go to it. It's all right there, and it is very nice. It lets you see all the sounding data, so you don't have to go to different resources. It's all collected there, and I will leave a link in the description for that. But it is a great resource that you can use, and I will be looking at a few other National Weather Service resources, a few other ones that I'm looking at right now. But what essentially we're going to do is we're going to combine different data from different ones onto a forecast that will be able to see the whole country, and so you can be able to see what the weather will be like. And it's going to be something that it's a test thing right now that I'm working with, so I'm going to have to see how good I can make it look over the course of a few months. But it's going to be something that once I figure out how I want to work it, I will be able to just create them, so every time we do post a actual second forecast, you can see that, and it'll let you see the week out or whatever. But right now I'm thinking I should start with a 3-day forecast to be as accurate as possible on that, and then we'll increase to a 5-day, and then finally reach a 7-day forecast sometime in the middle of the spring. I'm really excited for that, because that'll let me work with learning about numerical weather prediction and WPs, and giving you guys a forecast, and that's all going to be through actually my YouTube channel. Now, I will post it on my Twitter, but it will be a link to the YouTube channel, and all of this will be on there. So really, I'm looking right now at doing either like a Monday or Tuesday to give you that week ahead, and that will show you, for that 3 and 5 day, basically either your first half of your week or your entire work week. And then once we get to the 7-day, obviously, you'll just see the entire week ahead, and so you can plan ahead for that. But it'll be a much easier resource than having to get on the news or whatever. If you're just on YouTube scrolling through, you can just click on it real quick, watch the 3 to 10 minute video, and then be done with it. You don't have to wait on the news for a segment to come up, or trying to make your best guesswork on any weather apps. It'll all just be compiled right there for you. Now, I'm currently working on getting some capital cities together and stuff, so like looking through, and putting them on a little map. But for right now, for our 3 and 5 days that we'll do till about spring, it will be mostly just generalized state outlines, and that's just so I can work with colors and things, and put it all together and kind of create my own system. And then once we get into the more detailed 7-day and everything, and even down to hourly and severe events, it will be much easier for me to have the cities there to put that on there. But when I'm first working with this, I will try to make kind of my own system with it, and some of my own predictions and stuff in there that I have been studying through some stuff. And that's all through MetEd. If you haven't looked at that yet and you're really interested in learning a bit more about meteorology, I highly suggest going to meted.com. It's a UCAR program, and they post little like classes and videos and little studies that you can do, and it actually teaches you how the weather prediction system is and goes, and it also will show you how to predict weather, how to look at a forecast and place that on a map and everything. It's really good for being a forecaster. It's a really good teaching tool for that. So that's what I've been using, and that's why I'd like to put this all into a program and use this. So it's kind of like the EF shows prediction model. So everything is going to be smoothed out with that as we go along. But once again, I will be using YouTube for some video versions of podcasts also. But we're really going to be shifting this year over multiple platforms. So the podcast will be on this, obviously, whatever one you're listening to, whatever platform you're on. Right now, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, any other ones that there are, Spotify, Anchor. If you're listening on any of those, there is going to be obviously that one, and then there'll be another resource of this same exact episode on YouTube. But it'll really be more for our forecast videos, and we're doing some weather education videos coming out of, okay, this, and this. Let's just say we're talking about a wall cloud. we'll discuss the structure of one, how to spot one, and kind of just some educational weather bits that you can kind of take along your week and learn about. And it's going to be a great learning experience for everybody, so I'm looking forward to some of those. I already have some ideas laid out, and it'll be good because it'll let us see and talk about some live storm situations, looking at radar models, and it's going to let the EF show and EF network expand. And really, with our big plans here, we're going to talk about a big update that I just mentioned about the EF network, and that's been mentioned many times over the course of last season about it, but you may not know what it is. So after this short break, we're going to be talking about what expansion means and what it's going to be for 2020, the EF show. So, welcome back. So this next announcement is the big one, and this is the one that really I wanted to record this for, and I'm really excited to see where it's going to take us here in 2020. So, the EF show is combining with AJ Raber Photography. It's my photography account, and to create the EF network. And so I do photography, and I do a whole lot of other stuff, and it's all going to be on this EF network. And so this is a big project I'm working on right now. I've been working on it for probably about 3 months now. And I've mentioned it many times about a website and combining and changing some things. And that's where this kind of winter season is going to be taking us into here in 2020. I will be working with many different of my accounts. So I have a photography account, I have a meteorology account, and that's obviously, there's this account, there's the EF show, and when I say account, I just mean different resources under that name, but it's really going to be a combination of all my stuff into one place that you can find it. So rather than posting occasionally, if you follow my Instagram for the EF show, rather than posting occasionally on there, I'm just going to eliminate the Instagram for that, and I'm going to have my photography be that, and then the EF show, this podcast, will only be a podcast. And if you want to find my meteorology stuff where all these videos are going to be posted on YouTube and look at my Twitter and stuff, that's going to be on EF Meteorology. So really, we're starting out with that EF name, and then there's whatever comes after it. So the EF network is my entire network of resources and things that I do, so you can find them all. So the EF show will keep its name because it's a podcast. It's going to stay the EF show. But outside of the podcast, so the YouTube channel, Twitter, and other of my weather-related things will be named EF Meteorology. AJ Raber Photography will be changed to EF Photography. All of this will be on the EF Network website, and I am currently working on that. Everything will you'll be able to find everything there, and it'll act as a base. I will link my photography account in the description in the meantime until that gets posted. So if you want to look at photos, they're going to be on the photography account. If you want to see updates on the EF show, that's going to be on the website. That won't be anywhere else. It will be on the posts about episodes will be on Twitter. But until then, everything weather related, so updates on forecasts, updates on live events and weather, just some cool things facts wise, that's going to be on the EF Meteorology Twitter page, which is already the EF show Twitter. So if you are listening to it through that Twitter, it is that exact same Twitter that you are following and listening to now. It's just the name is going to be a little bit changed with it. So all that is very exciting, and everything was going to be in one place, so it's going to be a lot easier to see all of it. And all of the forecasts and stuff will not be under the EF show. That will be under the EF Meteorology. And the photography it's just a change in name. So really, we're not switching and deleting accounts or anything. We're just combining on the one platform and just changing a name or two. So it's going to be really exciting to see where this all takes us. It's going to be much easier for me to keep that quality content rolling out on all my accounts. So if you want to check those out, I highly suggest you go look at them. AJ Raber Photography, which is about to be changed to EF Photography, is going to be on Instagram. I will leave a link for that. Obviously, the Twitter is going to be a link there, and then you can still listen to this podcast anywhere you want. I will also link my YouTube channel for EF Meteorology, so you can see where everything's going to be going once we get uploading and videos making and that type of thing. And really, there's nothing on there right now, but there will be within the next month. But you're going to check on the Twitter at EF Meteorology for updates on the whole process. But that's all going to be kicking off now here in 2020. And it's going to be great because this website, I'm almost done with it. It's just going through the kind of like the paperwork type of process. But it is mostly you go to the home screen and you can click on whichever one you want. You can click on photography, you can click on the meteorology, which will have the forecasts on it, and any other weather videos and information, or you can click on the podcast and that will take you to all of these. And so that's all very exciting, I think, and I hope you're excited about that too, because then you will be able to see the broad categories and everything and see all of the stuff all in one place. And so that means that there is a lot of stuff to look forward to here in 2020. But the videos are going to be on storm systems, meteorological processes, and some other science-related videos and that type of thing. But that's all in planning for far out from now. So it will be showed over time, and I will update all of you through Twitter about all that. So I highly suggest, again, that you go and follow the Twitter so you know what's going to be going on. And I will be covering almost everything in weather at that point. So I'm looking forward to what that will be, and a lot of that will be here on the podcast talking about it and looking at all of it about some weather events and stuff. So I'll do the video early in the week, and then whenever we come around for the podcast at the end of the week, we'll include some of that in This Week in Weather about what happened, and that will be taking some data from the forecasts. So I'm excited for all that, and I hope you are too. So really, just keep listening, and I'll update you all through the podcast what the process is and where we are in that process as we go along. And really, we're looking at should be set up by March, April, May. Definitely by tornado season in May, we will have all of that up because of the forecasting and everything. It's going to be so important in May in tornado season where tornadoes are just constant to have all that to know, okay, my area is going to be severe. I'm going to need to prepare for that. So it's going to be a really good resource, and just make sure you're checking up on that. But really, follow the Twitter for right now is the only big thing, and then I will keep you tuned through that, and you will be updated about what all is going on. But other than that, yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. Super excited for Season 2. Just some updates, some changes, and a lot of stuff that's going to be going on. This will very likely be on the YouTube channel, so if you go and check it out, it will be probably the first video on there, is going to be this update, and it'll be scrolling through some stuff on the video, basically some summaries of what all I talked about here. But other than that, I am really preparing for this. It's something I have worked hard for, and I'm excited to see what the result of it is. So yeah, make sure you're checking it out. And thank you for listening today. And if you were watching through the YouTube version of it, thank you for watching, and stay tuned, subscribe, follow, and stay tuned on all the episodes that are coming out. We're looking at, once again, once a week on Friday. Super exciting events and podcasts that are going to be coming out. Great ideas for this upcoming season. A lot of educational stuff is going to be on the YouTube channel. And yeah, I'm super excited for it. So happy 2020, everyone who doesn't love the same number twice. And I hope you have a great day. Thank you again for listening.